Got it?
Ah. You're still. Oh.
Oh, man. That's not good. What the hell is that?
I think your phone was still on. Whoa, what's happening? Welcome to the Rock and Roll Ghost podcast for this week. This week we're talking to Jimmy Bannos of Heaven on Seven and Purple Pig fame, among many other things. And we're basically going to talk about what's going on with you during this time and the restaurants. I mean, that's the main gist of things. And you're obviously at home today, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are you is Heaven on Seven, have they been open?
No.
Okay.
About when all this stuff started, we had to furlough everybody, of course, and then my son started doing stuff out of the Purple Pig, and he was, every day, come on, Dad, you got to do it. I said, I'm not comfortable. I'm, 61 years old, even though that's young, but now I'm actually 62 in May, and I'm a diabetic.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want to take a chance. And you know me, I'll go in there, dive in feet first, and do what I got to do. But I said, I'm just, they got you, the media got you a little spooked there for a while. You don't know, should you not? So I said, no, I'm going to lay low. And then one of my friends passed away, Floyd Cardos, out of New York.
Yeah.
And that was pretty devastating for me because he's a good friend of mine. And I said, okay, let's really watch. And then all of a sudden one day I kind of, when things start to loosen up a little bit, I put a post out there on Instagram, like, I think it's time to make the gumbo. What do you think? And so people were really, really responsive to it. So I called it the Heaven Road Show, and I packed up all the pots and all the ingredients from Heaven and moved them over to the Purple Pig. And, and for 3 weeks I was selling gallons of gumbo, gallons of etouffee, gallons of, I started first with gallons of gumbo.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 weeks, and then I did gallons or half gallons of gumbo, gallons or half gallons of etouffee and jambalaya.
Yeah.
And then the protesting happened, so we kind of closed down for a couple of weeks, and then did it again for 2 weeks. But then I added on a family meal, which was pick 3 quarts of etouffee, chicken creole, shrimp creole, seafood gumbo, chicken andouille sausage gumbo, corn makshu, which is a corn dish with either crawfish, crab, or shrimp, or all of them in there. And you get 8 pieces of jalapeno cheddar cornbread for $65. It was over 100 ounces of food for $65. I mean, people were honestly going crazy for it. And, and it was good. So then the Purple Pig reopened, and I didn't want to mix it up. I didn't want to, because we were too busy getting that straight. And I said, wait till, wait to do it at the, when I finally reopen Heaven, I will do, I will do that exact same thing, because the labor model at 25%, at 25%, I mean, I'd like to bring my whole crew in, but I'll be losing money,
Yeah.
So it'll be myself and one other person, I would imagine. And I'm gonna, like I did, I posted the menu on Instagram and Facebook, and people ordered everything off of there. Everything was prepaid on Venmo, done.
Yeah.
And here's your pickup time, and they would come and grab it. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, as I keep on calling a lot of my attorneys, a lot of my banker friends, a lot of my real estate friends, oh yeah, we're not going back till September, October, November. And I hear more January now. And actually, I just heard one venture capitalist friend of mine. He said, "Oh, I'm not going back until spring of 21."
Yeah.
Not good.
No. I don't see. I mean, Chicago's doing, and Illinois is doing better than most states, but it's not like nothing's happening,
Right.
so it's a big deal. I mean, this whole thing is insane. And I guess there's so many questions I want to ask, but the main thing is like, how do you handle something like this? Do you just take it day by day, week by week, and just kind of see where things go? Because a lot of places have decided to just say, we can't do it. I mean, you've been around a long time, so maybe you're a little dug in deeper than some people.
February we finished our 40th. We started our February 4th was our 40th year.
Yeah.
So, and just like it's disastrous for everybody, and so it's survival, and you kind of have to reinvent the wheel a little bit. I mean, like myself, and doing the the family meals, the gallons, and gumbo, and things like that. Kind of really change it up, and people really appreciate it. I mean, I got to tell you, a lot of my customers came back. Got a lot of new customers, and they were so appreciative of getting this food.
Yeah.
I just got a message yesterday to one of my good friends and customers. He came every week. He came for 5 weeks every week to get something, and he texts me like, "Where you been? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously you're not going to do the 25%. Bringing guests in, but at what point will you consider when they take the threshold and move it up to a higher amount? What threshold do you see yourself opening up at?
I mean, if it goes to 50, but I got to tell you the honest God truth, I don't think we're going to see 50 until September, October.
Yeah,
I might be wrong. I mean, I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, I think you're being. I think being conservative right now is the best way to be, because it's I find. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just from how I see the country going, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. We could end up getting a new influx of it because of everybody else.
Right. I mean, they're saying it now. They're saying get ready for fall. So that's not too
no
promising.
No, you get to the point where you're back up to 50%. You decide to jump in, and then it hits again. It's like
I try to stay as positive as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I tell my son that also too. I try to watch minimal news because I was watching 12, 13 hours of news a day.
Yeah.
And switching from all different, Fox and CNN and local and you know what? I started getting chest pains. I told one of my buddies, a pharmacist. I said, "Hey, listen, I think send me a Z-Pack, send me a something, because I think I got the vid."
Yeah.
And he goes, I just got to ask you one question. He said it right out. You watching a lot of news? I said, yeah, I'm watching friggin' a lot.
Yeah.
And he goes, stop.
Stop
Just for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
I stopped for 2. My heart stopped it stopped racing. And friggin' my anxiety went, and I don't have any anxiety at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
And it was like, Jesus God, man. It's just like, so now I watch I watch. I want the weather report in the morning. Boom, that's it.
Yeah. No, it's a good idea to try to, if you're going to watch the news at this point, to watch very little of it and move on, fast, because they just repeat the same thing over and over again.
Right.
It's like all you're hearing is bad news. So it just only exacerbates any irritation you're already having.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, with regards to, I mean, Jimmy Jr.'s got Purple Pig going,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing inside seating.
Yeah. Well, we don't, because we moved across the street last June, so we do not have a patio. They are, because I think next year we'll have ones, because the building, there's a very long walkway, almost like the other Purple Pig.
Okay.
But it's inside. So, as any realtor will see a missed opportunity, like, oh my God, I can make that a space and charge $300 an hour. So they're going to reconform the hallway, and then they're going to build a walkway, which we will have to do. We'll have to put a new entrance there, and it'll be a new entrance to the building, and then and then they're going to give us a patio, which I'm happy with. And, a patio was great for us, but it was a headache also too. I had to have a security guard there every night. And, and so that became a little bit of a problem, but we'll welcome it, because
You're saying you had to have a security guard at the original location?
Yeah. Outside,
Okay.
because, purse snatchers, panhandlers, and just, a bunch of gangsters,
Yeah.
So, we just want to make sure everybody was safe and good. So, what I have to say though is, everybody, don't be afraid of coming downtown and eat. And in the city, you watch the news and you feel like it's doom and gloom and it's a war down here. No, it's not. It's safe. Just like any city, you have to be aware of your surroundings. But
it's amazing. That's exactly because I do rideshare driving too. So I always get well, I don't get many tourists now, but I always would get tourists and like, is this area safe? I'm like, I mean, essentially, like every place that you walk in could be dangerous. It's like, just keep your wits about you. Is it better than being at, wherever at 3:00 in the morning? Sure.
Right.
But
and then take the ear, which I can't find. Oh, there it is. And I love these earbuds, but when you have them in your ear and you're looking down the phone and walking down the street, you're a target. Stop.
Yeah.
Take the damn things off,
Yeah. No, we're from a different generation, so
yeah, exactly. And I'm much older than you.
You're not that much older, man. You're not that much older. I was gonna say you look a lot thinner. What happened? What, you just decided?
Well, I in the last 6 years, I lost 90 plus pounds.
Probably a good idea.
So so it's good. I work out every day. Try to, at least, and I've been kind of my nephew got diagnosed, and they had to put him on insulin right away. So him and I have been talking about different recipes. So on my feed, like the other day, I made a jambalaya with cauliflower rice. People were honestly gasping.
Yeah.
They were sending me messages like, please, this is not true. You're not doing this. I said, I'm just doing an alternative just in case anybody wants it. And then and it's honestly, it's really good, especially with my andouille. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I did like a cabbage, but I sliced it like pasta,
Okay.
and I basically almost like a southern braised cabbage, but I put ground pork and ground beef in there, and a little bit of tomato sauce and fresh tomatoes. I got to tell you, it was. I will make that. As a matter of fact, I might make another batch today. It is so good. You put a little Parmesan cheese on there. You have zero sugar, zero fat, zero carbs. You know,
Sounds good.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah.
So
you,
I'm messing around with that, and you just gotta think. Listen, I like bread, man. I love sweets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I never ate sweets that much, but when I became a diabetic at 50, oh my God, if I don't have a piece of pecan pie, I start getting the shakes or something, you know. So it's I'm trying to do better, and you know, we'll see, you know, it's working, but you know, I go off the rail every once in a while. Like I'm thinking of pizza tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I go off the rail too many times. I mean, I'm 49 this year, and I just did all my tests, and I'm thankfully good. You know, I finally got my blood pressure in order and everything, and you know, everything else is good. I mean, I just need to lose a ton of weight because that's going to be a problem. It's already a problem, but it's going into my medical history. But with regards to the Purple Pig, have you been doing a takeout menu as well?
You know, when my son, we started with all the traditional takeout apps, you know, pickup apps like Uber and Caviar, and then so this is how strong the social media is.
Yeah.
He posted on Instagram and Facebook that we did a Greek feast for $15. He will deliver within a 50-mile radius, and he delivered all this stuff himself. And I got to tell you, people went crazy. Okay. So I enlisted my son-in-law, my nephew, my godson, because it was great. There were so many orders. Then we did a couple weeks. Then we went Greek Feast 2.0, and people were really receptive. And I cannot tell you how thankful people are. I mean, our customers and new customers, just so nice, you know, and the stuff right to their door. And so then they still do that. Now they're doing just the whole Purple Pig menu. Like I know he was delivering to Oak Brook yesterday. I don't know where else. But so whatever you want on the menu, then they'll bring it to you. I'm sure there's some certain type of, you know, you can't just say, oh, can I get a chicken thighs and that's it.
Right.
Unless it's close. But you could pick that stuff up also too. But now he just started, we're shipping nationwide, which is pretty exciting. And I think he had over 20 some boxes being shipped today. So you gotta love that. Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. So they're doing good, and you know, we're just trying to keep it going, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we used to have 125 seats. Now we have, you know, 49 seats. So it's rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
With those only having the 49 seats available though, how is it,
you know,
how has capacity been?
You know, I can't hear you. What did you say?
Yeah, we were having some trouble. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. With having 49 seats, how has that been doing, filling them?
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a couple tables here or there. Friday and Saturday, they're usually full. So we encourage walk-ins. I mean, we're taking reservations for the first time, but we encourage walk-ins also too, and everything's socially distanced. And you know, we want to do it right. We want to be open. I mean, I get it. You know, a lot of people got tickets. A lot of people are not listening. I understand. I mean, it's survival mode. You want to try to make the best you possibly can, but the problem is you're doing it basically against the law. So you just can't. I mean, trust me. If I could do it, I would, but we chose not to do it because why do we want to risk a $10,000 fine? Or, I mean, how about that one place in Westtown? I think they got a $40,000 fine.
Yeah.
Talking about how do you come back from that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's not
Well,
worth it.
it's not even just the money. It's just like you're also at some point you're just being flagrantly dismissive of people's lives, which
Right.
I understand. It's not great for restaurants right now, but you can't risk both things. You can't risk being fined out of business or negligently spreading a disease like this.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there should be some kind of fine line there,
Yeah, I mean it sucks, and this whole thing. So I mean, I'm not one. I don't need to go out much myself. I'm usually pretty much a homebody. But even I found like I start getting stir crazy. It's like I'd like to go do something, and where like watching a baseball game this week has become a thrill because it's finally something different than everything else. But
Right.
it's we're gonna all have to ride this out for. I don't know. I wish. What I wish was that there was something in place for all you guys in the restaurant business, like there is for whoever got bailed out this year. The cruise
Right.
lines. It's like, cruise lines have been a cesspool for years, anyways. Why are we even, why are we even considering bailing them out? I don't know, but.
Well, yeah. Well, a good point. Or the airlines, or any. It's just like,
Right.
come on. We honestly, all around the whole country, we need help with this,
Right.
and they're trying, but
It's
and
just not. It's not the. I mean, unfortunately, it's not the right time to be pushing through legislation to actually help real people.
yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, is there anything that we haven't discussed that you'd like to bring up? Anything you want to put out there? While because I feel like I've covered. I mean, right now, Heaven on Seven's on pause until you can kind of figure out what to do next, and you're considering doing the quarts of different items again, but you're still waiting on that. So
Yeah, I think within about 3 weeks or so, and I'm going to give it a try. I'll try it for 2 weeks. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
yeah,
or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'll see if it's feasible. If
right,
if if um if we make money, and we'll see what happens if it's feasible for us to do it.
right,
Um, if not, just gonna have to wait until we're just gonna have to wait it out.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, not good.
yeah,
It really isn't. But we're gonna make it go. Hey, listen, we can't we can't give up, and I refuse to do that.
yeah, yeah. Well, you just got to do what you're able to get through this right now, and eventually we'll be able to, resume normal,
Yeah,
normalcy. I would
I just
imagine.
hope everybody listens, and honestly, uh, masks, social distancing. We
Right,
cannot have the government shut us down again,
right.
uh, and that will be too devastating to bring us back to stage 3, which we're close. We
Yeah,
are close, you know,
yeah,
and that's not good. That's not good.
yeah. I don't even want to think about the idea of everything having to shut back down again.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I feel blessed that in addition to the ride sharing, I have a day job where I work from home. I worked from home before all this, so it just
Right.
kind of worked out that it was perfect. But I know so many people don't have that luxury, and there's so many things that require people to be out. And I don't know. It's it's a hard time, but I know that as long as everybody actually does do the right things, we can get back to normal sooner
Yeah,
rather than later.
exactly. It'll take time, but everybody's got to do it. You can't, You can't have a 100 person party and everybody raging. It's like, we'll have time for that. Just everybody chill.
Yeah. Just all anybody's asking you to do is a couple of simple things. Just do it.
Right. It's pretty crazy. I even see a lot more people wearing masks on the street where it was not, but I've talked to a lot of doctors and they go, listen, if you're on the street and there's nobody around, you don't have to wear a mask. But
right.
I most of the time put the damn thing on anyway. It's just like it's on. It's like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
that's the only thing you can do. It's just it's the only thing you can do. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Jimmy, and I'm glad to be able to check in on you.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. I've been wanting to. I've had the first 4 episodes of the show has just been filmmakers, and I wanted to kind of mix it up and get some restaurant people, and I'm going to try to do that with some other folks as well.
Great.
And I wanted to mention again that I'm sorry about to hear, because I didn't realize you were close with Floyd. I actually got the chance to interview him a number of years ago when he was on Top Chef All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a very, very nice guy.
Oh, nice guy.
When he passed, I was really, it's all, I mean, I didn't know him very well, but just having some kind of connection, it's like I interviewed Chris Cornell from Soundgarden at one point, and when he passed away, that was, like, it's just this, to hear about people you even have a tangential relationship with, it's
right.
Going, it's never, it's just, this whole thing sucks.
Well, I was watching Ugly Delicious, and he was on it, and I said, God, I told my wife, I said, I've not talked to Floyd for a while, and I've been thinking about it. I kept on putting it off. I said, you know what? I'm going to call him tomorrow. And shit. I opened up the friggin' New York Times. I was just reading online, and it showed that he passed away that morning. It's like, oh my God. So I'm in contact with his wife and messaging her, and of course she's having a hard time because how could you not? Just, I mean, I'm still dealing with my brother. I gotta tell you the truth. In August, it'll be 3 years that I lost my brother at 65 years old. Too young.
Yeah,
man.
Way too young.
So it's rough. Everybody got to take care of themselves, and we'll get back to normal. Whatever the normal is going to be, we'll get back to normal.
It might be a little different, but we're going to get as close to it as we humanly can. I mean,
exactly.
If we survived other ones, we'll survive this one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Jimmy. Well, I appreciate it, and I my best to your wife and everybody in the family.
And, hey, my daughter's going to have a baby, by the way.
Wow.
Little baby girl on Halloween. She's due on Halloween. So
nice.
that was a ray of sunshine when she surprised us on that. So that's my fantastic news.
Halloween, she's a future goth kid.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll just be wearing black her entire life.
All black, exactly.
Well, congratulations on that too.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right,
I'll talk to you soon, huh?
Yeah. I'll hopefully be able to come in when you start doing the stuff to go.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll talk to you later. You take care of yourself.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Stay safe. All right, bye.